Are you familiar with the sales and marketing king, Alex Hormozi? I know, I am. And I wish I could learn just a little bit about what it would be like to be in his shoes, to know how to act like Alex Hormozi. How could I come up with sales and marketing plans? How could I analyze the different discovery calls I've had to figure out how I could have been better on sales calls? Wait a second, doesn't he have like books? Doesn't he have a YouTube channel? You're right, he does. And with Text Cortex, if you go to the knowledge section over here, you'll see that I've made a knowledge base that has a lot of different things in here. It has things like Chick-fil-A pricing philosophy, which is a YouTube video that essentially Alex Hormozi made and I broke down. I have more videos here of ways to add value to whatever he sells, and then a bunch of other really great sales advice. And the reason I did this was because I said to myself, just like I posed at the beginning of this episode of what we're building out, which is a bunch of use case videos showcasing how to use agents inside of Text Cortex. How can I sound like Alex Hormozi? Well, by taking all of these sales and marketing advice and then going to customizations and creating a new agent. What I now have, drumroll please, is AI Hormozi. That's right, I've created an agent based off of Alex Hormozi. He has the sales and marketing knowledge base in there, and then a bunch of always and never options and rules within here, and a great background written out using our amazing Create with AI function. So what I'm gonna do is show you a couple examples of how this can work. I'm gonna go to a discovery call that I had a couple weeks ago, and I'm literally gonna go to the transcript, go to AI Hormozi, and I'm gonna say, please take the transcript below and analyze the performance of Dimitri Panici, who is the sales rep on this call. Please give a detailed breakdown as to how he did selling Tomer. All right, so I'm gonna press go on this one, and you'll see that it gives a breakdown. Overall assessment, it said Dimitri demonstrated several effective sales techniques, but also missed key opportunities. Dimitri effectively positioned Rise Productive's content by addressing the pain is the pitch. Okay, good. I articulated specific problems like lost opportunities due to lack of educational content, product knowledge, gave my breakdown of educational content, SEO content, flexibility and downselling. When faced with pricing resistance, Dimitri demonstrating the downselling technique recommended by Hormozi. I did deal with that. It was annoying. You can actually reference what he's talking about specifically. I'm saying he, like Hormozi is a real person in this AI context, but this does give a breakdown of that here. Like I reduced the scope from 4 videos to 1, removed the scripting component to lower the price, maintain a solution-focused conversation, kept the door open for future sales. Okay. Areas for improvement: insufficiency, discovery, and personalization. The call began with minimal rapport building beyond asking where he was from. Okay, that's a good point. I didn't realize I should probably do that. Limited exploration of Tomer's business situation, goals, and specific pain points before jumping into the presentation. Okay, good to know. I should definitely ask more questions about where Tomer could have gotten help from. Yeah, definitely need to learn more about the app's situations too. According to the personalized outreach principles, Dimitri should have researched Tomer more thoroughly. Okay, and identified 1 to 3 key details to make an immediate personal connection. Okay, that's good to know. I definitely should. Dimitri launched into a lengthy presentation before fully understanding Tomer's specific needs. That's fair. I could see how that was a problem. Repeating back Tomer's objection words is something I remember learning this from Hormozi, but not quite remembering it in the context of the call. Better articulated the value proposition in terms of business outcomes. Fair enough. Connected the solution to how it would affect multiple stakeholders in Tomer's business. Okay, I needed more improvement. I did say what you need to think about, and that was accurate. However, he could have better assessed Tomer's buying signals before pushing for a close. Interesting. What would those signals be? As you can see here, once again, we could always open it in a new tab. Right here, okay. Use the exact words. Once a prospect agrees, stop speaking. Yep, pre-call and script. Okay, so I definitely had some improvements I could have made here. Kind of annoying that I forget these things, but this is what I'm trying to show you. I actually got to just say, by the way, for anyone who is, as caught up in this as I am, this is incredible. I'm able to get really nice breakdowns from Hormozi. Sorry, he was giving me great insight, so I just got sucked into that. But for all intents and purposes, this is great advice and something that I can take from this moving forward. And I can always have this go through afterwards for any call, right? Any call that I have, I could always go through and make sure to analyze it and then discuss it. And this is good for not only myself, but team members, right? We just have a better approach to analyzing things we're doing in sales. Now, another thing I want to do just really quickly to showcase something is with Alex Hormozi, he will have the ability to utilize different knowledge bases. So if I, for example, grab my business structure, that's one of the knowledge bases. I want to actually ask him a question. Can you create the best pitch for Rise Productive's content services possible? I'm looking for a presentation I can give on calls. And what this will do is it'll give me a better baseline for a presentation because it's trained on someone who knows what's going on with sales. And this is something that I think is incredible to point out, right? We're not dealing with just your general AI here. We've created an agent that can really know what is going to matter when it comes to selling. Like he was talking about pain points, he's talking about a lot here. So as you can see here, this hook I think is really incredible. In the digital space, everyone's creating content, but only a fraction actually drives business growth. At Rise Productive, we transform your brand's message into stories that people can ignore. And why do we focus on stories? Because they sell like nothing else. Yeah, that's very true. So by having the context of my company, all these different things here, it's going to give a much better breakdown of the services that we have. And then I could ask, can you give me a list of potential issues clients would have on sales calls for my business pitch and how to overcome them? So then I could literally practice the different things that I need to overcome on sales calls. And also, by the way, I could always go back and do the same thing for the other calls. I could continue to ask what were the things I could have overcome, how to overcome them, and then make a list and then add that to the knowledge base for later. These are good. Budget concerns, always. Uncertainty about needs for services, specific ones, yep. Concerns about voice and brand consistency, of course. Fear of long-term commitment, yeah, totally. Result skepticism, totally a problem. Previous negative agency experiences, totally a thing. All of these are things I've had to deal with. Wow, okay, very cool. So I think across the board here, what I'm noticing is there's a lot of good breakdown as to what problems I might have. So I was able to create a presentation. It was able to figure out what problems someone would have in that presentation. And then afterwards, you can see we can analyze how you would have done based on what Alex knows. And while this isn't literally him, it's getting you a pretty good part of the way there. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and check out our agent building capabilities today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.